and how to be most profitable over here at Blair by just staying in your lanes and working your lanes, right? All right, so over here, you hear drivers say, you hear seasoned drivers over here say, lanes, man, just stick in your lanes, just find your lanes and work them lanes, and you will make money over here. And as far as Blair go, everybody got their different terminology for lanes, but I'm gonna give you my breakdown of what I consider lanes over here, right? And it's mostly gonna run them on the same lines, but over here, lanes is, I call them, they like money spots. Cause we got over here, we have contract. It's contract freight over here, and you got contract freight over here. So it's freight that you know for sure. If you in that spot, 9 times out of 10, you going out of there, and you about know where it's going. So I'm gonna give you a breakdown of how my week went, and how I kind of figured my week would go, and how it turned out. Right. So Sunday, I left going to New Albany, Ohio. I delivered in New Albany, Ohio. That puts you between, it sits inside of Columbus, but you basically in between Middletown, Ohio, where we run cores out of, and you got Columbus Coders in Columbus. Worst case scenario, you shoot up and got to go to Pittsburgh, but all these loads bring you back down south, whether it's to Talladega, Alabama, Blue Springs, Mississippi, or Memphis. All these loads, they cores, they shoot you right back down south. So I delivered in New Albany, Ohio, Monday morning. I wound up going to Middletown, picking up a core, going to Decatur, Alabama. Decatur, Alabama, here lately has been a hit and miss, but I'm still in a good spot for my considered freight lane, because I got Memphis, which is under 2 hours away, and I got Birmingham, which is under 2 hours away. I'm sitting right between. I can hop on 72 and run that straight down into Memphis and grab a reload, or I can hop down there I can get on 65 and go down to Birmingham and grab a reload. So again, when I say lanes, this is what I'm speaking on. That's a good lane. You in the middle of a lane right there, because you got freight that run out of Memphis that pays top dollar over here, and then you got Birmingham with some money spot over here too that pays top dollar freight. So I wound up taking a load from I got lucky. I wound up grabbing a load out of Decatur, 2 miles, not even 2 miles up the road, going to Dallas, Texas. Okay. Dallas, that Texas area is not a good lane for, it's not a good lane for freight, but I know if I run this load down to Dallas, I know I can for sure grab a load coming up out of there that's coming back to Memphis, or it's going to Nashville, Laverne, Tennessee. It's coming back into Tennessee, which is shingles out of Arlington, and then I forgot the other space. I forgot the other spot where we pick up shingles out of. But these loads, 9 times out of 10, they coming back into Tennessee. So I grabbed that load out of Decatur going down to Dallas, Texas. I couldn't deliver that. This was Tuesday. Texas load till Thursday, because the place I was delivering to, they kind of strict on appointments, and they stop at 1 o'clock. So I wasn't gonna make that. I wasn't gonna make it down there Wednesday to get unloaded. So it was gonna be Thursday. But I had to come up through Memphis. So what I did was I got in touch with my dispatcher, right? Because I'm sitting on this load for an extra day that I could have got off in a day. I say, do we got anything around Memphis that's local? That's a short crosstown run. He said, hold on, found me one. So that Wednesday, we'll do just like I wouldn't have made it on Monday that day. I wound up making a few $100s that day, because I grabbed a load going 12 miles from New Millennium to a job site, which only took maybe 90 minutes to do. So I wound up doing that, got that off, hooked back up to my Dallas load, shot down to Dallas. All right. From Dallas, I deadheaded 4 miles over to Arlington, Tennessee, and grabbed a load of shingles. They really didn't pay, they don't pay much, but it puts you back into another freight lane coming out of Dallas, going to Memphis, which I live in Memphis. So there's still a good spot for me. Whether if it's bullshit, if it's some bullshit around or whatever, I'm still at home. And I ain't got to do a bunch of deadheading back home. So I'm at home, right? So I ran the shingles to Memphis, delivered the shingles this morning in Memphis. Now I reloaded with this Sheffield, Ohio load. that's up in the Cleveland area, right? So again, I set myself up good for Monday. Worst case scenario, Monday when I get unloaded is I can shoot down to Columbus. I can grab a core from Columbus going down to Blue Springs, Mississippi, or Talladega. Or I can go down to Middletown and grab a core load going down again to Blue Springs, Mississippi, or Talladega, or Hueytown. Or again, I can go down to Decatur. Or I can go to Pittsburgh, which I'm hoping for. I can grab a coil out of Pittsburgh, coming back down here to Memphis, delivering at the same spot that we run this contract freight out of. So I can be down here. I can pick that coil up Monday. Might make it down here Tuesday, depending on. I could make it back down here Tuesday out of Pittsburgh and get unloaded by their cutoff time at New Millennium and get that coil off and reload something out of New Millennium. Hopefully, because the past few weeks I've been running the same Memphis back in Ohio back down south, either Memphis back to Ohio again, then back down south. I've been doing that for a while now. So I'm hoping this week fares the same way and I'm able to do that again. Just keep running Memphis to Ohio, or Memphis to Indiana, or any of these places is good. Anywhere in the Midwest between Ohio, Indiana, Kentucky, Bowling Green, that area, that's all right. The Bowling Green area, they usually got the stand-up tall aluminum coils that run back down into Memphis also. Might get luck up on those too, but over here it's all about find your lane and work your lane, man. That's all you gotta, it's real. Once you figure out what your lanes is over here, it's easy just to do that. Find that lane and work that lane, man. And you will do all right every week. Just find that lane and work that lane. It's usually how I try to start my week off with some money on my back, decent money on my back. Try to get some decent freight in between, and then try to top my week off with some good money on my back for Monday. And it really finish my weeks off good every week. So that's usually my goal, to finish my week off every week. And I don't run far. I don't do like that. That Sheffield, Ohio, that's a 700-mile run. But that's usually about my max. 700 miles is about my max. I ain't done a 1,000-mile run in probably over a year. I ain't done a 1,000-mile run. 7 is my max, but my usual is usually 400 to 500-mile runs. Shit that I can unload the next day. Like I get unloaded Monday morning, pick up Monday morning, Monday morning, Monday afternoon, deliver Tuesday morning, pick up Tuesday morning, Tuesday afternoon, deliver Wednesday morning, and that's usually my week. But over here, man, it's about the lanes. Find your lane and work your lane, and you will be all right, man. You will be all right over here. Find your lane and work your lane, and you will fare pretty good over here. And before I get out here, another thing. You're going to see a lot of videos with these shirts on, with these Blur shirts. This is not the same shirt. I got so many of these shirts. They get these shirts out at the terminals. So, like, if you go into the terminal, I'll just be like, hey, y'all got some free shirts over here? And this the color they got in right now, which I really like, this black. They had gray and all that, but I grabbed these right here, and I got a lot of these back there in my bunk, these black Blur shirts, and I just wear the hell out of them because they comfortable, they long sleeve, I like them. But that's just my little video, man, on learning your lanes and stick in your lane, and you will do pretty good over here. That's my video, man. I'm out, man. Gonna enjoy my weekend. Y'all have a good weekend. I'll holler back at y'all Monday, man.